Hello, my name is Judith Quincy-Abah, and welcome to today's workshop. Today, the topic we're going to be discussing about is the COVID-19 pandemic. We all know what's going on in the world right now and how we have all been affected in one way or the other with this virus for over a year now in the world. So, before we start, I will go ahead and give us a brief history of how it all started. The first cases of the COVID-19 were first identified in Wuhan, and that was in China in late December 2019. And since that time, we have seen a constant rise in cases and frequent deaths that have been associated with this virus. And on the 11th of March in the year 2020, the World Health Organization declared this as a pandemic. So the situation became a pandemic on the 11th of March 2020 by the WHO, the World Health Organization. I want us to talk a little about the cases in the US. So we recorded the first case on the 19th of January, 2020 in the United States, and we had a slow infection rate, and all of a sudden in the United States we went like all the way above all other countries, and we started recording the highest cases and we had the highest deaths recorded so far. That's where we are right now, and I started asking myself like some questions. What is going on? Why is this uncontrollable in the United States? Why do we keep having cases and deaths, and we are not being able to control the situation? And this is also another situation that we had in Utah. We had the first case recorded on the 6th of March 2020. And since that time, we went from green to orange and from orange to red. And it was so shocking the way we had lots of cases and deaths. All these would have been prevented, and also future transmission and deaths can also be prevented if we act right, if we do what we are supposed to do. Now, what are we supposed to do? Everyone has a role to play in preventing the further spread of the virus, and eventually our goal is to make sure that this comes to an end. What are the things that we can do? What are those things that we can do to help the situation? We have been given safety tips, we have been given guidelines. We need to follow those safety tips and those guidelines to enable us achieve our goal and our aim of defeating the virus. The first safety tip or guideline that we have been given is to wash our hands regularly and properly. I know a lot of us know how to wash our hands regularly, but not everyone knows how to wash hands properly. These are the steps to wash your hands properly. The first step is to get your hands wet with clean water. Once you have done that, you apply soap together and then scrub your hands. Wash between your fingers, wash your fingertips, wash the back of your hands all the way to your wrists. Scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds, which is equivalent to singing a happy birthday song twice. It can be fun washing your hands. Once you are done, you need to rinse your hands with clean running water. Dry your hands with clean towel. That is one thing we can do. Another thing we can do is to cover our mouth and nose when sneezing. One of the easiest known way the virus is transmitted is through droplets. And we know that a large amount of droplets is dispersed into the air when we sneeze or when we cough. And the best way to avoid this going out is by covering our mouth and nose with a clean towel or with tissue or even our elbow when we are sneezing or coughing. Another guideline that we need to follow is to maintain social distancing, at least 6 feet. Make sure we are 6 feet away from the next person in any public place and try to avoid physical contact as much as possible. We have been also advised to avoid social gathering and stay home if we don't have anything important to do. I know we have to go to work and we have to go grocery shopping. We have to do other important things. While we are at it, we have to make sure we are maintaining the 6 feet social distancing and doing something else, which is wearing our masks. Not just wearing our masks, but making sure we wear our masks properly. How do we wear our masks properly? Masks must cover our nose and our mouth. We see a lot of people wearing masks underneath their chin, covering only their mouth and not their nose. That is not the proper way to wear masks. The mask must cover both nose and mouth. And finally, it looks like we're beginning to have light or see light at the end of the tunnel, and that is the vaccine. We are happy that we have the vaccine available now because currently the coronavirus does not have a cure. The only way to save ourselves and others is by getting the vaccine. In Utah, we are so lucky that the vaccine is now available to all Utahns ages 16 and above. The governor announced that we can make appointment to get the vaccine. As soon as it becomes available to us, we should try to take that extra step and get the vaccine. We can fight this virus. All we need to do is to act now and act right. If we need more information on what to do, where to get the vaccine, we can go to the CDC website at cdc.gov. Also, the Utah Department of Health has a lot of great resources that can help us. Even as we go through this pandemic, we would come out strong. Thank you all so much for all you do and continue to do all that you are required to do to enable us fight this virus. Have a good day.